remember anything about Creagan McConnell. Let's see. There was a time back in, I think it was Dennis Johnson years, when we used to argue on the playground all the time about who was going to win the election and all. As I remember, McConnell, he was dead set against the president running again. As I recall, he was dead set against the president running for a second term. Yeah, you ask if I know something about Creagan, looking for the real man behind the myth. Yeah, we go way back. Way back. Is that thing on? Take two.
KSBR, we have reached number 17 on our Thanksgiving 30 countdown. Who that is David Benoit. From the Shadows CD, you're still standing. From Waiting for Spring, you heard Fireside, and starting this set off for Dave and Karen, who have a little quieter home right now, from Urban Daydreams, Wild Kids. We're going to get back in.
When a tremendous personality moves through your life and then is gone, it can be like the majestic retreat of the glaciers after the last ice age, in which case you were left either tremendously scarred, like the Grand Canyon, or left saying, gosh, was that a glacier just went by? Hi, I'm Joe Bustillos, and for the next several minutes we will explore one such personality.
Born in a hospital like this one, in a sleepy little place called Orange County, Creagan Edward Charles Rufus McConnell made his noisy arrival into this world one unsuspecting January day in 1958. To truly understand the man, you have to start in a place like this, where it all began.
Of course, the exact day and time of Creagan's birth is subject to much speculation and debate. Some say that the traditional date of January 10th is a made-up date to coincide with the epiphany of the Christian Messiah. Others agree, noting that there is no way the shepherds in the story would have left their sheep out at that time of year. Of course, this has nothing to do with discovering the man behind the myths. To do that, we have to begin with the women in his life.
You talk about, are we referring to him as Creagan or Creagan? I mean, when I met up with him at the market.
What's that, Creagan? It's of McConnell, let's say, as a Cub Scout. Do you remember anything
outstanding about him?
No, anything. Anything. Well, we don't want to.
I remember when we used to have our was it a Cub Scout first? We were sitting in here and working on our different projects, and his mother helping us.
Right.
Marge,
yeah. Well, you both are dead mothers.
Yeah, and I don't know, just really didn't think that much as far as anything that really stands out.
He wasn't.
Especially during grammar school.
Right.
Where he would come with you, or you would be out there in the backyard making your different projects. And we'd come dinner time, and then we'd ask, oh, yeah, I have to see for dinner. And he'd say, wait just a minute. And he'd call up to find out what his mother was having so he could make his mind up whether he would understand or not. But I mean, that's part of the course.
When he was younger, Donna would look after him then when he was...
Well, no, when we were in Garden Grove, his grandmother took care of him.
Oh, okay.
I didn't work until Donna was a senior in high school.
Okay.
So in Garden Grove, she took care of them when Grandma, when she got home from school.
Right.
But liked all the girls.
Yeah, I do remember that. I remember that.
I mean, she took him to all the drill team practices and down to the beach.
Right.
He never complained about being Gwen babysitting him.
Right.
I think that was his first experience with seeing the girls.
Right, in their outfits.
Being with Gwen and being with the teenage girls when he was.
But he was still pretty young.
He was 5 years different, so.
Yeah, so he was still pretty young.
About that time that Uncle Joe took him to University Park, was it Turtle Rock, to that party?
It was University Park actually. Well, it was Irvine.
Yeah, and he had him drop him off a block ahead. He walked the rest of the way. Your wild hills in your wild days. We were the little wild girls from over there.
Hope to be that wild again. So that he could make his special entrance because everybody thought he was out of town?
Yeah. Nobody even noticed that he had come in.
He had a girlfriend by the end of that party.
Oh, really?
Yes. So I guess it was Joni.
Oh, Joni. Yeah. Joni went.
It's amazing that I would remember that name. Imagine that.
Joni and Gwen took him every place in the little Camaro.
Right.
And he thought he was hot stuff.
Right. In fact, you got to share a tent with Joni and Gwen.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah. Those were some informative years for him.
Any McConnell stories that you want to share?
No McConnell stories that I want to share. The only thing I want to say is that I don't know Creagan. I only know Ed McConnell. And besides, I wouldn't want to share too many stories because I wouldn't want to give away too many of the secrets. All I can say is I do remember a very shy 8th grader that has certainly become quite an extrovert. And
Numbers of one of the persons he used to have a crush on.
it feels good.
Does it feel good?
Yes, it does. I'm very flattered, needless.
Do you remember McConnell from junior high?
Yes.
Okay. What do you remember from junior high?
Junior high? Yeah, kind of a nerd. He got better as you got through high school. We had a lot of good times together. And I mostly ended up in the back of his Camaro. My self-esteem wasn't the best at that time.
Oh. What does that say about him, though?
No, that's not. I know. I thought about that. You might want to edit that part out.
Your first dance, if you can remember that.
Oh, memories of McConnell. Well, I remember it well. I was in 8th grade. It was the last half of 8th grade. We were going to La Paz Junior High. I had just moved there and didn't have that many friends, but went with some girlfriends anyway to this dance. And I walked in and suddenly seemed to be surrounded by many pubescent young boys and ended up dancing every dance. And one of those lucky young dancers, I guess if you want to call him that, was our friend McConnell. Back then, of course, we knew him as Ed. So I remember thinking, who's this guy dancing with me? I mean, I wasn't even sure who this was. So that's how it started. We started dancing, we introduced each other, and I guess we kind of started hanging out, although it gets a little fuzzy after that. I can tell you that I can cut to the next memory, and I have a very vivid memory of being on a school bus, and because we had to ride the bus in those days, and
going home after school.
Going home. This was after school one day, and I got onto the bus with my friend Tammy Curry, and we went up to the window. I remember getting into my seat and I lowered the window, and there was McConnell down there on the sidewalk yelling up at me, and I think it was at that point he asked me to accompany him to the La Paz Junior High graduation dance. And I remember leaning out the window and thinking, well, yeah, sure, I'll go. And of course, as soon as I turned forward again, there's the bus driver sitting at the bus looking at me like, okay, are you done yet? And giving me grief about, making this date. So of course I was...
This was at Disneyland, right?
Yeah. And then of course the next vivid memory, I guess, would be, skipping down Main Street holding hands. I'm sure that was a fond memory for McConnell too, if he looks back.
Sorry, Michelle?
Well, infamous McConnell story. I still remember some two little boys hiding behind some bed to see a very flat-chested person put on their
This is the Playboy magazines that he hid, the centerfolds that he had behind the American flag in his room. Yeah, that was an interesting thing.
That's a good thing to remember.
It sounds like something a Republican would do.
That's right. We believe in God and Playboy.
Hide your nasty bits behind the American flag. Just kind of drape it there.
Ooh, good analysis. Good
Nice juxtaposition.
Yeah, there you are.
Titties and stars and stripes forever.
Is that a quote? Can we quote you on that?
It's going to come back to haunt me one day.
You didn't finish what you were saying.
About what?
About McConnell?
I don't know what to say about McConnell. He was always like a little brother.
Well,
He was always with you. Out in the backyard. Remember they were running up and down the hill and jumping up and down?
Well, they used to do all sorts of strange things.
Dancing in the backyard. I remember dancing in the backyard.
Typical McConnell date?
Yeah, junior high school.
Ah, okay. Meet him at Edwards Cinema Viejo. Go to some movie like Nicholas and Alexandra. I don't remember.
You don't remember where they played?
I know. I don't remember. I just remember just showing up. And of course, neither of us drove, and neither of us were going to have our parents drive us there, and then going to the movie, and maybe even seeing some of the movie.
Really?
Oh, yes.
This is new information.
Well, you know, I remember him just coming to my house sometimes, and hoping to God that my stepfather wouldn't come home because we'd be standing out in the side yard, and all we do is kiss. I mean, it was like that was kind of the main activity, which
so
wasn't such a bad thing.
Is that why you won the award then?
Oh yeah, God, this award.
That you started receiving mail.
Yes. Well, during the summertime, McConnell and his dad, I guess, and maybe the whole family would go up to Bridgeport, I think, to go fishing. And he wrote me letters, and which was wonderful. But these letters came in envelopes that were very, carefully and creatively addressed and designed. And I remember certain phrases appearing on the outside of the envelope, and
such as
something about to the girl with the most up front.
She does remember.
Yeah. Now, I ask you, does this look like the girl with the most up front?
Well, the picture doesn't show.
The fateful day.
How did it begin? Do you remember?
I think I have selective memory. I think I blocked out most of it. I only remember it was before high school, before we entered our freshman year.
Well, we were at the high school then.
We were at the high school. And it might have been right around the first day or some...
At least the first week.
It was something, and I just remember thinking, ooh, I'm in high school now, and just thinking how adult and grown up I felt. And I guess somehow it had been contemplated. I don't know, maybe it just all came to me at once, but one thing stuck out in my head. I remember McConnell was trying out for the football team, and he'd really gotten a really bad haircut. I think that sealed his fate.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, pretty sad. So, before I mention the ring story, I should show you. Yes. Hi, I'm the guy who gave you that cheap ring you are wearing. Eddie McConnell, 72. Such a sentiment. I mean, you can tell why a girl would be suddenly bowled over by this.
Yeah.
Can't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So, that blocked it all out. But I remember thinking that I had to break up with him, and there was no way I could do it in person.
And it was a haircut.
It was a haircut, totally. Well, it was a combination. Haircut and entering high school. And of course, I'm thinking now, ooh, high school boys. And thinking how this could open up just, tons of new opportunities for me. And, but mostly the haircut. Yeah. So, see what bad hair can do to you? Don't let this happen to you. So, my recollection's a little hazy. And I don't quite remember who exactly I gave the bad news to, but Bustillos, it could have been you. And I just remember walking along La Paz, handing the ring to somebody, maybe you. and delivering the message of, you know, sorry, it's over. And then, of course, well, you know what happened next. From what I understand, although I wasn't there to witness it, I believe Mr. McConnell took the ring and hurled it on top of the multipurpose room there at Mission Viejo High School. So, God knows, could still be there. We sort of had parted ways for a while after.
Kind of a bumpy start, huh?
It was, yeah, you know, we didn't see a lot of each other in my freshman year. We didn't go out that much. I mean, he never asked me to a school dance or anything like that.
Weren't you with Mark then?
Oh, Labonte. Oh yeah. We started seeing each other. But before that,
Well, no, you make it sound like he didn't. Out of free will. He chose not to.
No. But that was. That pretty much winds up the high school years. I was a freshman in college. He came by once. This was the strangest thing. He was living with Pam Hink, and I was living in at 824 in Fullerton. That was the apartment. Living with Pam, and
was it in the fall or was it in the spring? You remember? You don't remember?
No, hanging out by the side of the yard. No, not that I remember. And
the
then,
editors wish to apologize for this extended discussion, and we are cut to
yes,
the
I was
chase
a
as soon
junior
as we are
in
clear.
college.
Please stand by.
Once or twice, I remember hearing from McConnell in my married years. He actually came by once at Baldwin Park.
Did he really?
Yeah, he'd come by. And then there was also another time came up, and they go, you know.
That was after the reunion.
Okay, that was after the reunion. Okay, I'm trying to keep straight.
I remember not being there.
Oh.
There are rumors that McConnell was an outdoorsman and a woodsman. It is said that his adventures are the stuff of which great stories are made.
When you and Ed used to be up there, everybody else at the camp was fishing, but not you and Ed. G.I. Joe. And building dams in the creek.
Right.
And having your G.I. Joes you built little, what do you call these things you put out in the water? You could sit on them.
Like a little
raft.
A little raft, right.
You used to build rafts and put them out there and put a string on them and let your G.I. Joe go.
You wasn't really a fisherman.
Yeah, no, you didn't fish.
Well, how was Mr. Ed as a fisherman then?
No.
He wasn't very good. The girl fished, but not him.
In front of him and he couldn't catch them. I mean, actually, I think
when they stocked the stream, he
couldn't catch them.
Any Boy Scout stories or anything you remember from when we were kids?
I could still feel it. I said, man, I couldn't feel anything. I couldn't feel my feet anymore. And I came to a stop. The only one I can remember kind of vividly is when it was cold. We decided almost at the last minute that we were going to go somewhere, and then we decided to go to the snow instead. And nobody was really prepared to go to the snow. Well, they were never prepared to go anywhere. I think the only thing they wore was their
windbreakers.
No, not even the windbreakers. They had the Boy Scout shirt.
Right.
I mean, pants never even mattered. I think the thing about it was that the kids had so much fun. And they had tennis shoes. They were all getting wet. And I thought, well, this is terrible because they're all getting wet. They're going to get sick. And I had to go to there was a store close by. And I remember I had to go get some bags, paper, plastic bags.
That's right, plastic bags put in the shoes.
Plastic bags. By the time they got the plastic bags, their tennis shoes were wet, their socks were wet, so all they could do was clean their feet, put the put the plastic next to their skin and then put the socks back on there. But other than that, it was, oh, and then we came through Habit. We came through Habit.
Remember his hat? He was the one Boy Scout with the big hat?
Big hat.
Yeah.
He was the only one that was the
Football in here.
Oh, yes, this was a football field in the house there.
Run up and down the football
Yeah, we threw the football.
Oh, so that was approved. It wasn't like he did it in that.
No, we played with him. We played with him. Came to the school down
baseball.
Dean Homes. Dean Homes for the school.
That was the first school in the area. Yeah.
Well, we used to go down there, and after we both get home from work, and take him and let him practice baseball. And guess who played out in the field and had to chase the balls? Me.
They sent you out there?
I was out in the field. And
I was catcher.
Smart man.
Yeah.
Smart man.
so I had to pitch the ball, and then I had to run all out in the field to get the ball. And
when you guys were meet the young man.
Oh yes, the incident in. Was that the hop?
Yeah.
That was the hop.
We were on our way to
dinner.
No, we were on our way to the coach house.
That's right, to see those people, those funky black people.
And they were just so rhythmic, weren't they?
They were. They just did their thing. See, and I was, let's see, in a leather skirt and referred to as the aerobic queen.
Yes.
So this is the aerobic queen.
That's right.
Yeah. Embarrassed the shit out of me.
If you did one, there would be enough.
Is just one enough? I mean, I could do 60, but if one's enough.
No, we don't want to have him start crying. It is his party. But
yeah, he only did come to the gym once.
That's right. Yeah, but he did try the sit-ups.
Yeah, he did. He looked kind of funny because he was
The legs were kind of going, and
the alignment was all off. I guess it was just the way I was looking at it from my angle. It just didn't look right. I don't think it was him. Because, he was a wrestler and all. He was pretty strong in his day.
You did see those pictures, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
That's right.
Standing there.
Get all those muscles together on one side of your body. Come on.
That's right.
Now they've all migrated to different parts of the body.
Well, yeah, basically down.
Down, yes, thank you.
Anyway, I'll show them how they're done.
Okay, well then we better do that. We're gonna do that.
Otherwise, you don't get any hurt. I think he remembers these. Really simple. So I want him to work on his form to make sure that he can get it straight. I remember he was a little crooked. He was kind of dipping this way and kind of like this. It doesn't really work. You have to get straight. Just so that he remembers straight. None of this.
You mean not like he was sitting in a car?
Yeah, but you don't want it to turn red. So, at least try and breathe. Breathe and crunch. Kind of works on those gears. Especially with St. Patrick's Day.
That's true.
Spending it in the truck with a mustard pack in your shirt pocket. It's always such a trip. Such a good day.
All-American football team. And,
Right, he was a kicker.
yeah, he was a kicker, and we have some movies of that.
Yeah, I didn't get those though.
No. And but we used to get a kick out of it. We used to go out and watch him practice, and he was good, but he was a slow runner.
He ran too long in one place.
Like that kicking bit. But we do have some good movies that we've been doing that. We'll have to show.
Well, I think he kicked in high school too, didn't he?
No.
No, I don't think
Because he only went out his freshman year.
Yeah.
And we were basically bench warmers, so we had to be ahead like 35-0, and then Coach Smith would say, "Okay, on this next play, I want you to dive on the ball," and that was all he told us.
Oh.
Not too much. She didn't care for it too well.
I just couldn't stand it.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it just broke my heart to watch them. Well, and Mrs. White, you know, John.
Right.
Well, we were up there one night, and John broke his arm wrestling. And
But he hurt somebody one time, and his nose started bleeding, and Mrs. White almost had a fit. She just couldn't stand.
neither one of us could stand it. You know. And then we.
John didn't get hurt at all, but the other kid, he hurt the other kid, and his nose started bleeding, and boy, she almost had a fit.
I thought John got his arm broken. Well, anyway, we went to down in Huntington Beach, I think, to a playoff of some kind. And this tall kid, he must have been 6 foot tall and weighed 10 pounds. He was tall and skinny. And he picked Ed up and actually just picked him up and dropped him on his back, which is against the rule.
Right, you're not supposed to leave your feet.
I almost got up, hit that kid himself. That was the end of it for me.
That was it.
I couldn't. We thought about him being born. I said, "Oh my goodness, we'll be going to football games with canes." But we didn't.
Well, he probably shortened his football career just because he didn't want to put you through that.
He was embarrassed. He thought we'd be there in canes.
No, I don't think
But
so.
we've gotten through Steve and Chad playing football, and we still don't have the cane.
That's right.
So, I guess we survived it, all right.
Yeah. That's
So,
funny.
No, we've had a lot of fun.
so, see all of you. Have a fun time.
You guys gonna want to come to the going away party?
Oh, I don't know if you wanted to.
Oh, well, if you guys are in it, you should be there.
Well, if you have it early.
No.
We've had a lot of fun.
Fun time. But it's 99 time. You have to leave
Okay.
now.
All right.
Have fun.
Where's my fader?
Somewhere you got a turn-off point here.
Yeah, it's somewhere. I don't remember where it is now.
How long will it take you to edit all this?
I don't want to think about that. There are a whole host of individuals who, for various reasons, could not participate in this video project. For example, the entire staff of KSBR, who, for various reasons, such as time constraints, schedule conflicts, could not participate. And we would like to express our regrets at that oversight. Thank you.
Bye-bye, McConnell. Been a pleasure.
She smiles.
Don't let the rednecks get you down. Or if they get you down, don't let them turn you over.
And I'm going to miss you, and be sure to keep in touch. What else? I just have one question though, Ed. Am I the one who ran you out of town? That's sad.
Our timing's always been off. Maybe sometime we'll get together.
He was always around.
Yeah, he was there.
So he was the brother that you would have rather had at the time.
Well, I mean, we did so many things together in high school. I mean, just look at this, all these photographs, and think about all the things we did together in the dances. And I mean, look at, oh, no, wait a minute, that's me, Mike Williams. Sorry, I didn't mean that. Well, oh, yeah, the Sadie, oh, no, Rick Sellers. Sorry, I was, no.
Rick Sellers?
Yeah. Oh, no, Mark Labonte, sorry. It was a fun year, though. I enjoyed that one. Oh, no, that's not McConnell. It's Jeff, I don't remember his name. Jeff somebody or another. Do you remember Jeff Roberts? I don't know, something like that. Okay, this is bound to be. Oh, no, sorry. Labonte again. I guess we never had that. I guess we never did go to a dance together. Sorry. So, Adventures with McConnell. Many and varied. What can I say?
Anything you want to add?
Anything I want to add? Well,
I guess I'm going to say too,
I'm happy for him. I'll miss him. And he better not forget us. And God damn it, McConnell, learn how to write a letter and mail it. That's all. Great. You mean I have to follow up with another big finish?
Well, you can redo the same one. I'll pick the one that works.
Okay. Oh, well, it would be nice if the boy kept in touch. We would like that. Yeah, all of us. Right? I mean, I would, you know, curiosity, if nothing else.
Just curiosity?
No, of course not. Hey, look, after 22, 23 years, well, let's just say we should keep in touch. Yeah, there's too much there to forget. So, if you will remember to do that, I'm gonna have to call and yell at you. Drop a line, pick up the phone, do something, but keep in touch. Or I'll be mad at you and be forced to do something to make you mad again. So, just do it. Is this done?
Oh, is it on? Yep. Now it's my turn.
Of course, the exact day and time of Creagan's birth is subject to much speculation and debate. Some say that the traditional date is subject to much speculation and debate. Some say that the
When a tremendous personality moves through your life and then is gone, it can be like the majestic retreat of the glaciers, in which case you are left either tremendously scarred, take two. Yeah, I did say that, tremendously scarred. Through your life and then it's gone. It can be like the majestic retreats of the glaciers after the ice age, blah, blah, blah. One such personality. The clay.
Do I need to do anything?
Set record.
It says record 31, 32, 33. Yeah. Actually, I was a second behind. It's 37, 38, 39.
Got positive. So wait.
So here we go with Joe's first DJ experience at KSBR. Don't blow it. The worst thing that can happen is we have a little dead air. You ruined my career. But no pressure, dude.
No. So, this is at 35 now, 34. How far down?
Yeah, when it gets down to about 15, you're gonna have to start really watching it. You don't wanna just you can don't have to worry about this button so much.